Hey, what's going on, guys? Looking for Mighty Reptiles here with a quick little video. Today is it the 20th?
Yep.
Yeah, it is February 20th, and we are shipping out 5 snakes in 2 boxes today. One's already made, so I'm going to speedball you guys through the creation of some of these boxes, and then we'll get on the road and get these guys shipped. Before I put her in the bag, this is our 66% het pied girl. So this is a normal, in fact, but look at how pretty her pattern is. She doesn't have much for alien heads all the way down, but I still just like the color on her. Just look at that. Still a very pretty little girl, and she loves to eat. She's huge. So yeah, hopefully that proves out to be het pied for you, Mr. 5J. Temperature is going to be hitting a low of 45 across tonight, so we are going to put a heat pack in there. I'm going to start getting it heated up today, or right now actually, just because we're actually going to be on the cold side this time. We're having a little bit of a cold spot right now, despite, you know, it being California. So and we're just going to set these down, let them breathe while I get the other snake in the box, and then we're going to be good to go. Just rewrote the congratulations note on it, so hopefully you can read my chicken scratch for fun. So yeah, and also hope you enjoy the little spider girl. Alright, so we got the 2 packages done here, so we are going to head out to FedEx, and I'll answer your questions along the way. Alright, so we're now on the road, and actually I had asked on the previous video before I went out for the weekend, I asked you guys if there's any random questions or questions pertaining to snakes or anything like that, just comment down below and I'll get to it in the next video. I'm going to continue doing that too, so if you guys have any questions, just comment down below, and if I catch it, then I think it's a good question, I'll either answer you directly in the comments or I'll answer you in the next video. And in which case I have 2 here. I can't see who actually asked them just because I'm driving, but one person asked, would I like to do a collaboration with Gavin at Balls to You? And that is a huge yes. Gavin is actually the main source of where I got a lot of my information for when I started to breed. Because I do have to remind you guys now and occasionally, it's like, I've only been through one full season of breeding. This is going into my second season, so I was researching everything, looking for every little piece of information that I could. I sat through all the Garrick DeMeyer videos where he would throw tips in here and there, and then I watched all of Gavin's top tips. But he talked about going to Tinley this year, and we were looking out for him, but he ended up not going, I believe. And if he does come out to the States, I'll do my best to make it to that show, because I would love to, you know, shake his hand and talk to him a bit. But yeah, on to the next question. The next question that was asked, I still couldn't get the person that had asked it, but was, what was your dream vacation? Yeah, I actually had to think about this one a little bit, because I don't really think about vacations very much. I just don't take them. I mean, I consider that I would consider that I take vacations all the time when I go up and snowboard for the weekend with Nicole's family, or a vacation that like me and my dad used to do every year. We used to go for a week out to spring training and go watch baseball. But speaking of which, it's about to end in a week. So, oh wait, no, it's about to start in a week. There we go. Which is something that's actually coming up. And I kind of stayed along that theme of one that I gravitated towards, because I've been to Hawaii once, Maui, but I just had mono hit at that very same time. So I got to spend one day in Maui, and the rest of the day I spent the rest of the day just in the hotel, just sleeping. And we did the road to Hana and stuff like that, but I slept the entire, 7 hours that trip is. And all I remember is the black sand beach, and I remember we could not find a place to stop and get water. So we ended up at this like organic farm place where we just stopped and asked them if we could have some water. Which, I guess, they were really nice, they're just really weird. And that's all I remember of Hawaii, is my one day of learning to surf and just spending the entire day, like until it got dark, surfing and sleeping. That's pretty much it. So now to my actual answer, it's still within the realm of baseball, because that's still something that is generally like one of my big interests. And I would like to do, like, whether I started in California and went out, or started like, in New York and came back, I would like to actually have like a road trip where I stop by all the different stadiums. What are you laughing at?
Dick says yes.
His license plate does says that, yes. It does say that, wow. But yeah, road trip where I can see all the different stadiums, and like if it's in the mid-season where I can actually go and watch a game at every single place, that'd be awesome. But then now again, I can also say that for doing a road trip and meeting all the breeders around, like all the big breeders around, because that would be awesome as well. I can't come up with a straight question, or a straight answer, sorry. There's a lot of ways I could have gone with it. Alright, so the next question is, I actually have to think back what it is. Okay, so the next question is, with pied, is there any pieds with white heads, or do they all have pattern on them? Because I'm guessing this is coming a little bit from where like spides only have the pattern on their head and then all white down the back. There is a handful of pieds with white heads. I know that I'm probably taking a little bit of an easy out here when I say like a white wedding, because that is a full white pied. But generally when you have pieds with patterns, you do get that pattern on the head at least. And that's a lot of how we can tell that they're pied, or like they're different genes, even if they're just on the head and not on the back. So we can try and figure out all the genes just from their head stamp. And there was one case where I saw one that looked like it had a toupee on, and that was by, on Instagram, the Snake Maker. And he had a, I don't remember if it was a pastel gargoyle pied or cinnamon gargoyle pied or something like that, but it just has right in the back, and it looks like it has a little toupee on it. It's kind of funny, it looks like it has a little bowl cut, and that's all for the markings on the snake. I'm pretty sure it just has that in the tail. So it is possible, but I don't know. Like, I really can't say. Alright, so I have 2 more questions that were asked that I'm going to get to. One will be later in this video, and one will be in a separate video itself. So Yooper and Trina, I will show you guys your snakes when we get back to the house, being Trina's Mojave and Yooper's Xanthic, and I believe Theory also has a Mojave as well, I think. It may be a Mystic, I'm not sure. Your name's written on the tub. What was that?
You're touching your face.
I touched my face however I want to touch my face. The other question that was asked that's going to be a separate video on its own is actually somebody who was asking about hets. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know, I can turn that into an entire video and explain it a little better than I can in a little 30-second snippet here. And he just wanted to explain what is 50% het, what is 66% het, and what is just 100% het. And I'll explain that to you guys a little in probably the next video that will probably come out tomorrow. But I'll show you guys, or I'll explain that all to you, because all it is a Punnett square and a little bit of math, and it's just 100%. Like, it's something that had confused me until I actually wrote it out, and now I completely get it. So yeah, I'll do that one later, and for now, I'm sitting in the traffic on the way to the show. Food review, because we stopped to get candy, something that we usually don't do when we go to ship snakes. Just kidding, we always stop. But this time it has a reason. We're celebrating our first day of good weather, so hopefully it continues. And Nicole found this weird Hershey's bar that just came out. Hershey's Gold, peanuts and pretzels.
It's amazing.
It smells really strong. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I'll give you that. Typically don't like peanut butter candy. This one's good, really good. And I'm still 5 on the inside, so I got me some Laffy Taffy grape. I usually like the strawberry with the sprinkles on top. They didn't have those, because I'm pretty sure I bought all of them, like, through overtime. And we got a Slurpee. Yeah.
I tried having.
I know, it's great, right? But also, if you guys are energy drink people and you haven't tried this yet, Rockstar Watermelon, greatest, like, tasting one ever. I stopped drinking Rockstar when they, wow, that's, Hershey doesn't do the grid. But, I stopped drinking energy drinks when Rockstar stopped putting out, Rockstar Cola, which actually tasted like Pepsi, believe it or not, despite it being called cola. Because I don't like the taste of their regular Rockstars, but this watermelon one's great. It's perfect because I've been super drowsy recently, despite getting, you know, 9 hours of sleep a night, but who knows. So yeah, hopefully those can kick it around for me until I balance back out. So yeah, and then I'll get back to you guys in the snake room when I show you guys the snakes that are on hold currently. goes on, guys? I just got back and I got out one of the snakes that is going to be shipped here in the next coming, I would say, like month or two. This is actually going Yooper snake. So Jason, here's your small little update on her. I just weighed her. She's 125 grams, growing like a weed ever since we figured out which type of food she liked. Still trying to figure out how exactly to get her to switch over to frozen. She's being a little bit of a pain. I'm going to try actually freezing some of my mice, but I don't produce enough mice myself. I've actually been going out and buying mice for her because we're still trying to grow our mouse collection, but in the summer when it's too hot they don't want to do anything, so we have a big old slowdown when it's too hot out here. But here she is. She's absolutely gorgeous, and there you go. Still very silver. A little Xanthic, 50% het albino girl from our very first clutch. And she is gorgeous, and she's just now starting to grow, so she's gonna sprout up pretty quick. She's very much a great eater. It's just gotta be mice. Actually, I have gotten her to take 2 meals of rats, but very much prefers mice. So yeah, now on to the next thing. Alright, so next up, and still in the UP, is actually going to be a snake that is going out to Theory Family Balls. I will leave their channel link in the description. And they are getting this beautiful Mojave boy. And he's absolutely gorgeous. Has a bit of an attitude though, so he makes the workday fun. So hopefully he doesn't go after me trying to show him off. But yeah, very, very pretty. But like I said, attitude. Other than that, eats great, and yeah, hopefully he'll be sent out to you guys soon. Alright, so the final snake that we're actually going to be doing this for is Trina's Mojave, and it is absolutely gorgeous, like I said. Very bright in color, and Nicole's making faces, so little does she know that she keeps doing that, I'm going to spin the camera around on her. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so our final snake is one that is actually really well mannered. It is going out to Trina, and it is a little Mojave girl. She is at 105 grams, and just look at how pretty she is. She's just so bright in color, and like I said, just like all the rest of our hatchlings, they are great eaters, and she is growing up very nicely. And we hope to get her to our home soon as it starts to, you know, warm up. In which case it should soon, because Memphis, Indianapolis, all warming up right now, and hopefully it stays that way so we don't have to worry about that anymore. And that leads me to our final topic, which I'm going to put this girl away for. Alright, so the title of this video, the celebration of the weather actually being good again. So if it does stay this way, you guys will see the auctions coming back, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So I wanted to know when you guys thought would be a good time to do so, because we have our own snakes that we can throw into there right now. Our available list is probably about 7 snakes long, so we can get one auction out of it, but then we'll probably have to take a break because we can't pull in any snakes right now, so we'd have to hit an auction, and then we're going to wait the month and a half to actually get all the snakes in and be able to check and make sure that they're all right, and then we'll be able to go and have more auctions. Alright, so the topic that I was going to talk about is the good weather finally coming around. So if it does stick this way, you guys are actually going to see auctions start up again, so be ready for those to come around once more. And we're probably still going to be doing them Tuesday at, was it 5 or 5:30? I believe it was 5:30. And those are going to be resuming rather shortly, and yeah, excited for that. And I'm actually going to work on the graphics a little bit more so the stream actually looks really cool. And other than that, just giving your feedback on that down below as for what you would like to see in the auctions, and as for when is a good time for them to come around, because I do know that tax season or tax return season is actually coming around. So yeah, we probably will be doing some form of tax return sale. So if you already got yours, you got yours done early, make sure to, if you're interested, contact us, we'll work something out. But other than that, auctions will be resuming shortly, and another thing I want to touch on is we have had a bunch of ovulations and pre-lay sheds. We should be looking at probably, I don't want to like, there's no like, is melamine wood? I'll knock on melamine. But we should be having, you know, probably about 5 or so clutches by not the end of, probably by the middle of March. We'll probably have 5 or 6 clutches in the incubator. And other than that, that kind of does answer the question that I just now got before filming this by I Am Gift Bearer, which asked what is our next clutch in the incubator. We don't have any ball python clutches yet, but we do have the African fat tail clutch, which is Oreo to Oreo pairing, and we don't know how long it's going to go just because the duration isn't a set day, kind of like the ball python, since they are temperature sexed. So it should be somewhere in between 44 days and 60 days. So who knows when they're going to come out, but we're checking every day. So yeah. Other than that, that is going to be the video for today. I will be coming back to you guys tomorrow with the video for answering the question about the hets. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. Wait, actually no, not see ya. I want to thank you guys all for the huge support. Our numbers are still growing, even though I had this little break, and I'm sorry for that. Like I said, I wasn't really happy with the stuff that I was creating, so therefore I wasn't going to put it out to you guys as mediocre content. I like to just put my best stuff out there. And what I want to thank you guys for is we're just coming up on 2,800 subscribers, and that means in 200 subscribers we are going to be doing another giveaway. So yeah, thank you guys for that. Subscribe if you haven't already to get in on it, and then other than that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. See ya.